During an extensive interview with multi-instrumentalist, producer, and educator Rick Beato, Metallica's Kirk Hammett shared insights into what he finds challenging about being in a band with James Hetfield, and surprisingly, why it's actually beneficial. The discussion covers a vast array of topics, making it a must-watch for dedicated Hammett enthusiasts, as the guitarist delves into his upbringing, guitar learning journey, how he presents new riff ideas to his bandmates, and much more. Earlier in the interview, Hammett discusses his guitar tone and highlights how he and Hetfield complement each other perfectly despite their differences in guitar playing strengths. "My rhythm sound is a lot cleaner than you think. Producer Greg Fiddleman is always pushing me to add more distortion, but I only like a distorted rhythm sound to an extent because I need that punch," Hammett says of finding the ideal balance in his rhythm tone. "I need to feel like the strings are hitting. I need to hear every single string when I hit a chord. I need to hit one note and you can feel it," he continues, cautioning. "If you have too much distortion, it feels like a sponge or spongy. I need punches his open hand bark. I need a hit. I need it so when you go mimics punchy guitar chord, you physically feel it, and James is the same way, and it's always been that way." Despite sharing similar musical influences, Hammett and Hetfield each bring a unique element to Metallica's sound, contributing to the band's distinctiveness. Reflecting on their shared musical roots, Hammett highlights their mutual love for bands like Black Sabbath, UFO, Aerosmith, Kiss, Van Halen, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and Motorhead, underscoring their musical kinship. Distinguishing themselves, Hammett notes his tendency to play more leads compared to Hetfield's precision-oriented right-hand technique, highlighting their mutual learning from each other. Expressing admiration for Hetfield's songwriting prowess, Hammett acknowledges bringing riffs to the table with some apprehension, knowing Hetfield's high standards. While recognized for his own riff-writing abilities, as evidenced by his contribution to Metallica's iconic hit Enter Sandman, Hammett admits to occasional self-doubt when composing alongside Hetfield, acknowledging Hetfield's legendary status in metal. "James, I love him. I love him as a musician. I love him as a brother," Hammett gushes. "But it's hard being in a band with him because sometimes he shows up and he'll play something and I'm like, where did that come from? I've never heard anyone play something like that." Highlighting Hetfield's ongoing creativity, Hammett marvels at his bandmates' ability to innovate, citing examples like the unique rhythm patterns in Moth into Flame. Although somewhat exaggerated, Hammett playfully acknowledges Hetfield's effortless musical prowess, suggesting that Hetfield's talent seems almost innate.